Hey, this is Lowe with Soul Harbor, and you are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, FM 104.5, 106.1 out of downtown Conroe at Lone Star Community Radio. So many great shows here. If you haven't checked it out, please go to irlonestar.com. And it is live streaming right now, too, and also live on Conroe Culture News. So today, and this show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic, and they are located at 3033 West Davis in Conroe by Conroe High School. And Dr. Stacy Rogers has just been appointed as the State Director for District 9 of the Texas Chiropractic Association. So congratulations, Dr. Stacy Rogers. Today on the show, we have Golfers Against Cancer, Walden on Lake Conroe. We're going to talk about that with Carrie Ranney. Bob is here, and we look forward to hearing back from Dan, who's also the chairman of the event. And then Jim Winkler is also part of the event, and he is with the Shoreline at Waterpoint. Then we will hear from Mike Fortner with Dispute Resolution Center of Montgomery County, and they are located on Thompson Street, across the street from the front of the courthouse in downtown Conroe. So a few updates. This Thursday, it's not the first Thursday, but the prior event was rescheduled for the first Thursday concert and market days. So that is coming this Thursday. The Market Days is open to any approved vendor for $25 from 4 to 8 under the pavilion at Heritage Park. The concert begins at 7 p.m. with Already Gone, and they are an Eagles tribute band. This is all absolutely free. There will be some food trucks out there. Red Brick Tavern has adult beverages and non-adult, regular, non-alcoholic beverages and other snacks inside the venue as well at Heritage Park. So this was a reschedule from July 6th when there was a prediction of intense storms. And so we changed it up because we want everybody to come out there and enjoy yourself, bring some lawn chairs, and just have some fun. There's also going to be fresh produce, homemade jams, honey, soap, tamales, jewelry, and even Tupperware. So you can put it in the Tupperware, buy some, and take it home with you, any of the produce or anything, and keep it cold. The newest business in the downtown Conroe district is Meraki Studios, and they're located at 236 North Main on the corner of Main and Simonton. And they are having a grand opening ribbon cutting celebration this Wednesday from 11:45 until 1:45. And they'll have refreshments, studio tours, special gifts, and a grand prize drawing. They are a full-service photography studio with the mission of helping its clients capture unforgettable moments. So go by and check them out this Wednesday around lunchtime and find out what they have going on and welcome them to the downtown Conroe district. So highlights this week include Little Outfit at the Corner Pub Friday night. Saturday night, don't miss Johnny and the Spin Station at Pacific Yard House, and the fabulous Gospel Sunday Brunch with Jim Sloan Band on Sunday. So we're going to rock right, because we have several guests here today. We're going to roll right into Golfers Against Cancer, and that is on August 5th. So with that, Bob, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Is this microphone on?
Yes.
Well, we founded Golfers Against Cancer 15 years ago. There's a National Golfers Against Cancer that is headquartered in Kingwood. We are a completely volunteer group. All of our funds that we bring in, all of our net funds go strictly to cancer research, including Methodist Hospital and smaller research companies, and they get matching funds. So to date, the National Golfers Against Cancer has given out about $25 million.
That's a lot.
And so Dan McIntyre and I, my wife had been involved with cancer, and we decided to have Golfers Against Cancer. And we started in June, we played in August, and we were absolutely thrilled because of what we made, which wasn't very much, but we were thrilled with it, and it grew significantly throughout the years. And right now we go on a one-day event in Walden. We do about $170,000 to $180,000 for a one-day event, and all of those funds go to the National Golfers Against Cancer in Kingwood.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to bring in on just a short event. And let me mention that website. It's golfersagainstcancer.org, where you can find out more about it. But I know that you also have a Facebook page and another web page under the Walden Golf where people can sign up to sponsor or play either way, correct?
That's correct. We're looking for players to play in Walden right now. At our tournament, it's $150 a player.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yes, it is. And we serve breakfast, we serve box lunches, and we have a dinner that night. And we have prizes, and we have a magnificent silent auction.
Wow. So sounds fabulous. So, Jim, how are you involved with this?
I serve on the board, and Bob is a good friend. We go back probably 30 years. But the the foundation was originally established mostly because of Bob. At the time, his wife was diagnosed with cancer and was given a very short period of time to live, and she exceeded everybody's expectations and lived for a long, long time.
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
And then our board, chairman of the board, Dan McIntyre, when I think it was our 7th year, we were involved with this Golfers Against Cancer. He came down with cancer himself, which made it even more personal instead of just a fundraiser against cancer. So we've seen a lot of miraculous events that have taken place, and it is a good cause. The golf tournament coming up, it's a lot of fun, a lot of good people. It'll be in August 5th, and we always look forward to it, and everybody has a blast, and they come back year after year. But we're always taking on new players, and we invite you.
So is this, I'm not a golfer, so I'm going to ask probably a stupid question. Is this like a shotgun start type thing, or how does this work? Is that the right word for that?
We have two shifts. One starts in the morning, and then the other one starts in the afternoon. So, it's a shotgun start in the morning and a shotgun start in the afternoon.
That's on my to-do list sometime.
If you're not a golfer, you can come out and be a beer cart girl and cruise around and hand out cold drinks and stuff like that. All right.
And you also have a silent auction, and I know Carrie said that that's open to the public any time for a week prior or something like that?
It's open for 4 days, and
so it starts August 2nd, and then it'll run up until 6:30 that evening, August 5th.
How? In person or online or?
What you do is you come to Cafe in the Greens, which is part of Walden Golf Club, and right when you walk in, before you walk into the actual restaurant, to the right there's a room, and you won't be able to miss it. And Bob's been busy with his committee collecting amazing items.
Can you give me a hint of something?
I have a 5'2" tall rooster.
One of those
fun metal. That sounds like a need to have item.
Everybody needs one of those.
I used to have one.
And
no, we'll have really fun things. Lowe's and Home Depot, they will donate various patio furnitures. Lake Rinkers, Boat World, Lakeshore Sports, we're going to be donating and really cool inflatables and wakeboards. Jim,
no boat.
Are you?
Yeah, the 80-foot yacht for an afternoon out on the lake. You can bring up to 70 people and
that would be cool.
Cruise around and have a good time. It's a beautiful boat. We also have some people that have donated 3 and 4 day getaways to real nice condominiums, I believe in Colorado and some other places. So
there's a lot to choose from.
There's a lot to choose from, and it really is worth it. We also have a gift card tree, and it'll have numerous gift cards on there that you can also bid against. And last year we did this, and it was really well received, and we're going to do it again. It's you buy raffle tickets to be able to win a fully stocked bar.
Oh.
And we put it in a wagon, and off you go. And that was very well received. There was probably about 20 different bottles of liquor, and The tickets go anywhere from $5 to $10.
People like to drink.
Yes. If you go on our website or our Facebook page, you'll see Misty and Jack, he's a Walden golf course member. He won it last year, and we were very creative how we put that whole bar in their little tiny Mercedes. So it was fun. It was well received. And so definitely make sure you stop by at Cafe in the Green. And again, it's open to the public. Another thing I wanted to point out, we are also taking sponsorships for this event
right.
Up until July 20th. There's numerous different ways you can sponsor it, whether you want to actually be a sponsor where you will be playing golf with their team, or you can sponsor a hole. But again, there's several different ways to sponsor. If you go on our website and or our Facebook page, it clearly spells that all out.
So you're talking about the Golfers Against Cancer, Walden on Lake Conroe Facebook page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And if you go on Walden Golf Club or
Yes.
course, they also
They have it
there's
on
a
their
tab
website.
on there.
Yeah, okay.
And this is the first year that you will be able to actually pay online and do everything online.
So it's easy.
It's very easy. We still have the traditional way where we have flyers placed throughout everywhere, including on our website, at the golf course, at Cafe in the Greens, at the
Waterpoint
Pro
Marina.
Shop, Waterpoint Marina. So you can fill it out there, and or you can do it all electronically online. So it's going to be very easy. And then joining us right now is Dan McIntyre.
Yes, he just slipped in there.
He slid in.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
So Dan is the owner of Walden on Lake Conroe Golf
Okay.
Club, and he can speak to why this is so important to him and why he became an active member with Bob as the founding charter member.
Okay.
Well, I had the opportunity of working with the original board that came up with the idea because they just got tired of hearing all these stories and not doing anything about it. And they decided to have this tournament in 1997. And in 90 days, they were able to rally the troops and had a very successful tournament and raised $60,000 that first year.
That's fabulous. That's a lot of money for a first-time event.
Yes, and
You know?
especially in 90 days.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do events, so I can tell you that is. And this year, your goal is 180,000?
Yes, yes. The Golfers Against Cancer is an all-volunteer organization, and that's one of the compelling stories that we have. And since the inception, we've raised over $24 million for
That's a heck of
cancer
a lot.
research.
Yes.
And it's making a difference. Dan himself is a 2-time cancer survivor.
Actually, I got involved before I had cancer, and I'm real proud of that.
That's wonderful.
And then when I bought Walden on Lake Conroe, I ran into Bob Drucker on the golf course, and he was telling me the story about his wife, and we decided to put put on our first tournament. Our first year, we raised $10,000, and we were really proud of that. And it's continued to grow each and every year. I will say 10 years ago when I came down with cancer, it kind of spurred on the donations.
I'm sure.
And
Yes.
so it's continued to grow. And just at Walden itself, we've raised $1.5 million.
That's really something to brag about.
Yeah.
It really is. That's phenomenal. Cancer has no friends. So the more we can
doesn't.
stomp it out. I understand. I have a sister that passed away of cancer a while back, and she was young. And everybody knows somebody. So we need to eradicate this and get
Yes.
it done with. Just like polio, just get rid of it, and move on and nothing else get in our way. So I commend you guys for working on this. And Carrie, what is your role with this?
Well, that's what I wanted Dan to talk about this. I, too, like you said, have lost many family members. My first person that I lost in my life was a friend my best friend that was 18 years old. And you all remember when you get that phone call, oh my God, I got diagnosed with cancer. And when you're 18, you're invincible. So you're like, what? And she was a heck of a lady. She was just, you name it, homecoming queen, on and on. I can go on about her. So her death really affected our whole community, and it really stuck with me still to this day. The ironic thing was she was diagnosed with a cancer that little boys get that are predominantly 5 years old. Fast forward it 25 years ago, her boyfriend at the time, who we all went to high school, his son got the same cancer,
gosh.
Cole. And due to now the research that they've done, he was not only able to beat it, he is living a productive life after getting a bone marrow transplant from his brother. So the research money is making a difference. And I think I would like Dan to talk about what's so important, why we decided to give the money to the research organization.
Well, the neat thing about Golfers Against Cancer is that we provide seed money for doctors that have an idea or a concept, but they can't get
The funding.
funds from either the hospital or the federal government. And so we'll give grants of anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000 for a very specific project. The doctors will then go and do the research that they feel will get the results they're looking for. And in many cases, it turns out where their idea comes true, and then they go to the federal government and get huge grants, tens of millions of dollars. So actually that $24 million is responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars.
So you all vet somebody and their projects, and then it moves on from there. So that's very significant.
Yeah, we've
what
got
you're doing to contribute.
a team that evaluates all the requests for funds, and then we spread it out from different cancers, and it's really rewarding to each year we do a luncheon where we give out the checks and then also have doctors get up and speak about their testing and the results they received. And
I hope you
and-
put this in a press release.
Oh, we do.
Okay,
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, and it's really exciting to hear them
That's awesome.
say that
let more
this
people know what you're
cancer
doing.
has a 60% survival rate, and now it's an 85%
That's
survival
wonderful.
rate.
Yes.
Yes.
It's very good.
Very
It's
rewarding.
not a happy thing to talk about, but you're doing something to make it better. So I think that's wonderful. Now, I don't want to forget about Jim sitting over here either. Was there anything we wanted to add about this? I know, let's emphasize again about how people can get connected, whether it's sponsorships, donating items, playing, or what.
So they can contact Walden on Lake Conroe's Golf Club, the pro shop. You can go on our website, which is, you can go on either golfersagainstcancer.org, or you can go on to the Walden Golf Club, and there's a tab right there, and it'll take you in, and you can understand everything. You can reach any of us from now until the event, and we'd love for anybody, if you want to be a volunteer. Also, if you know of somebody that has cancer or survived, let me know. You can contact Carrie. I'll leave information on our Facebook page. We would love to get videos and testimonials. And if you want to come and spend the day with us, August 5th, that's a Monday, whether you want to hang out, whether you want to help with volunteer, just let us know.
Well, it sounds terrific. I work with someone who actually cleans houses for women that are undergoing cancer treatment, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, that we clean for you. So just throw that out. If you know of someone, you can do that, too. So I look forward to this. And, of course, we will share this event on Conroe Culture News and also Taylorized PR so that people can get involved with this. And I will mention it again several times on this radio show and other sources. And it's a great thing to get involved with. And you can have fun playing golf too, I imagine.
Oh,
A lot of fun.
it is
It's
so
a
much
lot of
fun.
fun, and it's a beautiful golf course.
Yes.
It's one of the finest golf courses in the state of Texas. Beautiful.
And you have 3 holes that are world renowned. So if you go on our website, it explains all that. For people
Okay.
that haven't been out there, Dan's going to be on hole, 12?
12.
And you have to try to beat him. It's if you want to
Okay.
explain that hole really quick, what is it? You have to shoot over the water?
Yeah, it's a relatively short par 3, but it's surrounded by water on 3 sides, and the other side has got bunkers on it. So it's not
Right
an
on
easy.
Lake Conroe. So
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Well, let me show the hat too. Oops. I don't know if I could do this with this on.
I'm wrong.
There we go. There we go. There.
Yay!
Yay!
Looks very good.
So everybody's got the golf shirts on today.
Yes,
Golfers
we
Against
do.
Cancer. And it looks like your sponsor is United Airlines.
It
or no?
varies every year.
Okay, so this was
These
one
are all
sponsor
past
at one
years,
time.
correct.
They've
Okay.
been a long-term sponsor for the national organization. They've been great partners. They really have, and they give out miles to the different organizations around
Oh.
the country that then package that with
Sure.
trips and things like that. So they've been a tremendous partner.
And that's why it can segue into Jim Winkler. I want to give them a huge shout out. They are always very generous with their philanthropy for not only this organization, but many in the community.
So
We
what is your
appreciate that.
organization?
Well, our company is a development company on Lake Conroe, which is what we predominantly do. But we're avid believers in the local community and the lake community. We've watched this lake grow from a sleepy little town to a very popular, busy lake.
It is a busy lake,
It is a
especially
busy
right
lake.
now.
But a lot of people don't realize the lake is 26 miles long, 6 miles wide. If you take a boat out and cruise the shoreline, there's 157 miles of shoreline to discover. A lot of people come up here from Houston and they're amazed by the size and the beauty. At this point, most of the land around the lake is fully developed, so there's not much more room for growth, but we keep getting discovered as time goes on. So a lot of cool things coming up. Margaritaville is coming. They're opening up their facility in the summer of next year. That's going to have a 20-story high-rise hotel facility with a golf course. I think that's going to bring a lot of awareness to the lake. One of the projects we're working on right now is called Waterpoint on Lake Conroe, which is a mixed-use development. There's some luxury condominiums there called Shoreline condominiums. We've got 3 beautiful waterfront restaurants. There's a Starbucks right on the lake. You can sip your coffee sitting out on their patio looking out over the boats. There's a marble slab there, places to get massage. You can
New
get
restaurants coming too,
there's a
right?
new restaurant coming, and then we're actually adding phase 2 to the retail portion of the development, which is going to bring in more shops. We're leaning towards an Italian restaurant and wine bar, a little something with a little classiness to it. But again, it's all waterfront driven, so everybody's
That's
got a
very
great
nice.
view.
You also have the event center over there as well.
There's an event center there as well. That's going to be continued on until the end of the year, but that'll be converted into a restaurant.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
There's
Good
a
to know.
half-mile walking trail out there that's totally open to the public. So even if you just want to come out and stroll and check out the beauty, it's one of the few places on the lake where you can actually get out of your car, walk around,
is
and
nice.
it's
Feed the fish.
open to the public. Yeah, there's a fish feeding pier out there.
I'm
I
familiar.
take it you've been there.
Oh, yeah.
Fajita Jack's, which
That's
is
right.
the best Mexican food on the lake, and it's got the
It is
outdoor
good.
seating, and Akashi, which is great Asian, again, outdoor seating as well for the folks who want to sit outside and look out at the lake. So it's a lot of fun.
So tell me about the Waterpoint Marina. So you only have 56 units. Is that in totality, or have you sold some, or what?
That's the Shoreline condominium. So
Mm-hmm.
there's 56 units. We just got our occupancy certificate from the city 2 months ago. Had our grand opening on Memorial Weekend just a couple of weeks ago. So we've got families now that have moved in. It's 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and 4-bedroom units. They range from $500,000 to $1.2 million. It's very beautiful property, very high-end, massive outdoor living space and balconies looking over the lake. All the units are waterfront. It's been very well received. A lot of our buyers are buying the condominiums as a second home or third home or fourth home. But we also have the other half they're buying as permanent residents, and they live there full time.
There's nothing really like it on the lake, is there?
No, it's
Comparable?
a first of its kind.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Which is what Jim's known for.
Creativity.
He's that
Good
kind
for
of
you.
developer.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you can go to the shorelinecondo.com to find out more about that. And you do have a Facebook page of the same, the Shoreline Condo on Facebook, and find out about that. And Jim is very involved, like you said, with the Golfers Against Cancer annual event
We've
and
given
other
a crisis
projects.
assistance center. The list goes on, and we appreciate
Community
that.
assistance
Or
center.
community. Oh, sorry.
Woohoo.
But no, that's one reason all 3 of us have been working together. We all want to promote not only Lake Conroe, but we're all really deep rooted into the community. And it's been really nice seeing the shift from people from the Woodlands and Houston coming up here and realizing how much we've grown.
That's terrific. No, I know I spend a lot of time out here. I only live 7 minutes from the lake. I don't live right on the lake in the condos, but I'm good. It's very nice. We spend a lot of time out there. Anything else, guys? Dan, Bob?
Well, one thing I'd like to add is that we really value the community's involvement in Golfers Against Cancer. If anybody wants to just come out and see the event, it's a lot of fun, and people have really rallied around the cause. We'll have 200 golfers out on August 5th, and it's a real special event.
Volunteers, and the setting's beautiful. If you haven't been to Walden Golf Club, it's beautiful setting. Really, really nice.
I actually haven't.
Oh, you need to come.
Not a golfer, but hey, I can still go out
But the
there.
nice thing is it's attached to Cafe in the Greens, which
Right.
is open to the public. You don't have to have a membership to enjoy the dining there.
And it is a
Wonderful.
beautiful setting.
I have a
Jim's
friend
been
who used to go
involved
there.
with us since the concept, I'd like to, you, Jim.
Well, that's a good partnership, and I bet you could probably do a PSA here, too, to get the word out. Just saying. I might know someone. So if anybody is listening and they have questions, you can always present them on Conroe Culture News right now while we're talking, and then we can get back with you during the show as well. Just wanted to mention that, or we can message you privately after the show. So again, it's waldengolf.com or Golfers Against Cancer on Facebook and golfersagainstcancer.org. And the other one is the shorelinecondo.com or the Shoreline Condo on Facebook. So thank you all for coming. I love the shirts. They look great.
Thank you. And
And-
that's
and
one
yours
of-
too, Jim.
This is what's really exciting every year. Everybody gets one of these, and it's always a different color. You never know. So
Everybody involved? All
everybody,
the players?
from volunteers to all the players to any
Wonderful.
of the sponsors. So
Okay.
they get, I don't know, it's a surprise every year what color it'll be.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much.
Thank
And
you.
we're
Thank
gonna
you.
take a quick
Thank
break
you.
and be right back with Dispute Resolution Center. And I'm Margie Taylor. We'll be right back.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Hey, Montgomery County and online listeners. Thank you so very much for checking out Jazzy Vibes with Soul. What? You haven't done so yet? Well, you've got to tune in. Hi, I am the host of Jazzy Vibes with Soul, Miss CeCe Holmes, and I invite you to check us out every Friday and Saturday from 7 until 9 p.m., where you will get the best in old school R&B, and of course, a little smooth jazz to make it jazzy. So tune in. That's right, tune in every Friday and Saturday right here on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM, or worldwide at irlonestar.com.
And we are back. I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, FM 104.5, 106.1, Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe. And this is July. I'm sorry, it's not July. I was kidding. It's June 17th. We just skipped a whole month there. And so our second half of the show here, we're talking with the Dispute Resolution Center, and they are located in downtown Conroe on Thompson Street on the opposite side of the front of the courthouse. Very easily found, and they've been having these difficult conversations with people since 1988, which is a long time. So I have sitting in here with me Reagan Heilman. She is the intern, and we're going to talk to her about that, what that means exactly. And then we have Mike Fortner, who also offices downtown, right?
That's right down the street.
Yes, Open Doors.
Open Door Benefits.
What a great name.
You're right.
Right, yeah. And so, first of all, Dispute Resolution Center. Mike, you are involved as a mediator, and you've been involved with them for how long?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yep.
And I know someone else who's a mediator. Well, actually, there's several people in your board members. So are your board members mediators too, or they're just board members? Or do you know? Not
so
sure.
I think most of them are mediators. I think occasionally they will have.
Well, I know
who are-
Lois is,
Right.
and some of them are.
Big time mediator.
So what they do is they avoid high court costs by mediating and having conversations with people, because as life goes on, we don't always agree with everything, right? And they handle a lot of the smaller things and divorce things and disputes with neighbors and things like that, right?
Right. So in family court, they are ordered to come to mediation before they have their final court date. So they have to try to mediate. So we get folks in there, and hopefully we get them, if not a resolution, at least a little closer to a resolution before they have to go battle it out.
And it's friendly. It's not
Right.
anything, it's not a hostile environment
Not at
by
all.
any means. And so not to ignore Reagan over there. Reagan, so you have been working with the Dispute Resolution Center now for a couple of weeks?
For 2 weeks.
For
so
2
far.
weeks, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay, and this was made possible through the Community Summer Jobs Program with ExxonMobil.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes, I feel very lucky.
That's wonderful news. So I just sent out that article last Friday, as a matter of fact, and it already has hit. And so that program, you graduated from Katy ISD,
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
and you're a senior communications major at Texas A&M.
Yes.
I don't do the whoop.
You know?
I'll do
Can
it.
I whoop for you?
Do you whoop?
Whoop. Yeah.
Okay. And
It's been a while.
so you have 8 weeks that you're spending with them, and you're also a Spanish. What was that about Spanish? Is that a minor?
Yes, I'm a Spanish minor, and I just got back from 3 months studying abroad in Costa Rica.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds fabulous.
It was. It was.
Did you see monkeys?
I did. Lots of them. They were howling all night.
Wow. I bet you get used to that, huh? I don't know.
No, not really.
No? So you're going to be able to help them with so many things, because you have an emphasis on helping with marketing, communication materials. You can help them translate that into Spanish, make sure it's correct on the website and other forms. So there's a lot of exciting things. And in fact, I did receive an article that I think you assisted with about their scholarship program. And there were some scholarships that were just awarded, which looks like you did a pretty good job, actually. I'm going to work on that later today. But so there's scholarships in recognition of 2 dedicated volunteers. You have Charles C. Moore and Ben DeFries. And I believe those are both board members.
I believe so.
Yes.
They've both been longtime mediators.
So combined, they have over 40 years of experience. That's a long time, and over 16 hours. And the really important thing about mediators with Dispute Resolution Center is this is all volunteer.
Right.
It's volunteer run, right?
All of
So
it.
tell me about your career with Dispute Resolution Center. How did you get involved with them?
That's a great question. So I actually mediated myself in a family case. I mediated for custody of my children, and we were able to work things out, and that was great. But I really didn't know what mediation was before I did that. I had no idea. So in seeing what value that brought to me and my children, I then knew Elaine, but learned more about her. Met Amber Gong, who's a staff member over there, and Amber's great. And
She
Amber
is great.
said, hey, you can do this as a volunteer. And so I signed up for the next training, and that was in the fall. And that was 2.5 years ago. I took my 2 classes then. I've taken 3 or 4 more since. And I just love going in and
So
and
do you
helping
take
people out.
continual training to
There's
keep it up?
other things you can do. So you can retake training if you feel like you need to. I've done my arbitration training, my CPS training, my mediation for peace officers, and I'm also an instructor for peace officers as well. So I've done all those trainings
Wow.
through the DRC.
So with each different class you take, it makes you certified to help additional people?
Right, right.
Yes, because you have to know what you're doing before you can mediate, and the court takes this as, I don't know what the word is, reconciliation, a good agreement to pass through to the court, right?
Right, yeah. The court accepts.
You have to be
what
certified.
we
You don't
do.
have to know what you're talking about,
Right.
literally.
Oh, yeah.
So how has that helped you in your business?
So it's helpful when you're trying to look at what a customer needs, listening techniques, learning how to respond. It's not just resolving conflict with other people. It's if somebody's trying to tell me something about what they need for their insurance, I recognize more things than I did in the past. I'm better, I think, at resolving customer conflicts when those come up, things
So
of
you
that
don't
nature.
perhaps have as many because
Hopefully
you're
not.
actively
Right.
listening and handling objections,
Right,
processing it through.
right.
But really listening, not thinking about your next answer, but really listening. Because I
Listening
bet
to listen,
people
not
do that
listening to
a
respond.
lot as they're already thinking of what, and they're not paying attention
Right.
of what's coming out of their mouth.
Yeah, it's a valuable skill, and you don't have to volunteer to take the training. But I think once you take it and you see some mediations, you'll be led to volunteer.
Well, let's talk about that too. There's a 40-hour general mediation training coming up, and I believe it's the last one of the year because during April, May, June, that's when they hold all the different trainings. And this one is a 40-hour, which you had to take. Was that your first
Correct.
one you had to take, the 40-hour? And so that's July 10th through 12th, and then July 18th and 19th at the Strong Firm Mediation, Arbitration, and Collaboration Center in Hughes Landing. But all that information, you don't have to remember all that, is on the website, which is resolution-center.org, and it's also on the Facebook page, Montgomery County DRC. It's pretty easy to Google and find this stuff, though. You don't have to remember a lot, just Dispute Resolution Center. So, and that, like you said, it's good for any business, anything you're doing, and I'm sure a lot of stuff will enrich what you're learning, Reagan, already in school, and hopefully help you not only in your studies, but in general as you move forward, plus the fact that you're an asset to Dispute Resolution Center, because ExxonMobil is paying for you to be there and gives you a salary, and do they also give you a stipend of some sort? How does that work?
Sort of. If I go, because we have a few activities planned throughout my internship, we have a volunteer day, we have a couple of development programs, so they kind of help me out with transportation getting there.
Okay.
But yeah, I will also be taking the mediation class, the 40-hour class, as
Oh,
part of my internship.
really?
Yes.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
That's fabulous, I think. So there's different payment plans too, so to speak. You know, if you are working in government or a nonprofit, it costs less for you to go, and you can also get credit, CEU credit, MCLE credit, which I believe is attorneys.
Right.
And, you know, because I think you have to update and take those classes annually, different ones for accreditation?
Right, continuing education.
Not that
for-
we're attorneys, but
Right, no.
we
and
can talk about
That's
it.
a good point, though, because you don't have to be an attorney
right.
to go be a mediator.
I mean, who doesn't need good communication? So I think this is great. So where are you guys going to volunteer at?
I'm still not sure yet.
Okay, they haven't
exactly.
determined?
Yeah, I believe it's organizing medical equipment to be shipped overseas.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that sounds good.
yeah.
It's well worth your time. So let's see, what else? Oh, I want to mention that there were other people that got the internship in Montgomery County as well. So we have the Cynthia Woods Pavilion. They received an intern, and Education for Tomorrow Alliance received an intern, and I think you guys have met up because you met up at the June 6th, I believe it was, where you first had your meeting to get together event and all of that.
Right. I had the opportunity to meet all of the other interns, and I think there are
There's
about,
30, aren't there?
Yes, there are 30.
There's 30.
So they
So it's wonderful.
yeah, they sponsor 30 interns to work for nonprofits. So I think that's great.
ExxonMobil is doing some great things to help out the community and make an impact.
Right.
What else can you tell me about Dispute Resolution Center, Mike?
So once you take your general class, you can still mediate. You just can't do family cases. So for instance, we do a lot in the JP courts.
Okay.
So we go to Judge Beasley's court, we go to Judge Mack's court, and one other JP court I know is taking us on. I can't remember which
I think
one.
Precinct 4.
Yeah. So we go
Yeah.
out there, and on a volunteer basis, the justices will ask if anyone wants to mediate their dispute. So you get homeowner disputes with tenants. You get between property lines. I've had those where your landscaping messed up my house, things like that. Things of that
Fencing, who
nature.
knows?
Right. So you you get to mediate those. So even before you can take that additional 40-hour course, you get to start mediating and helping people out. So, and the JP courts are fun just to see those cases. So you want to go out and see those guys work.
And it's affordable, too, for families. And it's certainly much more affordable than hiring an attorney
Right.
to try to mediate. And it's the likelihood of coming to a agreement is pretty high between the two parties, right?
Right. As long as they're willing to talk, you can usually get there. So you have really good experience. I like the JP courts because you have interesting cases, and then the
And
judges
you're working
are
with
always
kids,
nice to us. Yeah.
too, a lot of times, aren't you? No, you're working with adults.
Yeah, those are adult
Yeah.
cases, but they're interesting, and those courts really appreciate us coming out there. There isn't any charge for that, so they come out and just have our service. Right
And there's
there.
a lot of different things that go through JP courts.
Oh yeah.
And the sooner you can get things taken care of, the better off both parties are.
Right.
And come to an agreement. So I think it's great to take that course. I think it's wonderful that you guys are doing this. And a lot of people don't even know about this service.
Right.
And it's easy to get appointments too, just by, I think you call up there and make an appointment. And like I said, Amber's really good with that. And you have other volunteers that are in and out all the time of that office.
Yeah, every day mediations are going on, and then the staff there is, of course, Elaine, Diana, and Amber, and so they can help you get your mediation scheduled and find the right time for you.
And it, like I said, it's an amazing nonprofit that really needs some more kudos in what it gets. They did recently have an event called a Superhero Theme Annual Volunteer Appreciation Luncheon, and I know you've been to that in the
Right.
past. And it's a lot of fun because they dressed up in different superheroes and Superman and Superwoman. And what did you dress up as?
So I took the day off for
Oh.
dressing up for that one. Yeah, just dressed normal, but
You went normal?
yeah,
Really?
I know. I went as an insurance agent, but if you ever want to see
That's
Elaine in a cape, that's a great place to go to. So
Oh, I
you
didn't
can
get any
see-
pictures of that.
You missed that.
I
one?
missed that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's tough.
I guess that didn't come out to me.
Right.
But they were honoring people that have been involved as mediators. Ben DeVries has been 20 years, Charles C. Moore, 19 years, and they're the ones that offer a scholarship program. And then there was Hero Board Awards for those that interact on social media. And some of the people that got those was Mike Fortner.
Yes.
What did you
Yeah.
do to deserve that?
I think I shared something. It
Well,
wasn't
sharing is
anything,
good.
but yeah, we all sharing, caring, we do it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, awards are unique. So sometimes they have a need that comes in and it's quick. So they say, I need someone today or tomorrow. And so they give you an award for being available at a moment.
Oh, right, for being responsive, and
Yeah.
that volunteers who fill in for emergencies.
Right.
And that was the Justice League Award
Yes.
for stepping forward, because you need the volunteers. And even though, I have it down here somewhere, how many volunteers there are. 60 volunteers, I believe. 60 volunteers donated over $260,000 worth of time in 2018. That's a lot. 60 is a lot.
Right.
But people are busy. They have busy lives and things come up. So to be able to be responsive, it's nice to get that honor and somebody sees what you're doing. Not that you always need it, and I'm sure that's not why you do it, but it's nice to get that. And then they have an Iron Man one, and that's based on outside event attendance, going to different events. David Dewhurst, I know, is a longtime volunteer, and he does a lot of things with the Woodlands Chamber. And I know he speaks in behalf of the Dispute Resolution Center quite often. I've seen him in the community doing that. So again, I want to mention the website, which is resolution-center.org, and the Facebook page is Montgomery County DRC, but again, easily to Google that. So the scholarships, I just want to mention that as well. There was two dedicated, so both of the scholarships are from Charles C. Moore and Ben DeFries, who again have been very involved, 19, 20 years, well probably 20 and 20, over 40 years. And they have two scholarships that they established. And the first one from Charles C. Moore went to Jody Rankin and John Casper, and because they received the highest grades in their advanced alternative dispute resolution clinic at Texas Tech University. We don't have to do the woo. And then the Ben DeFries Achievement in ADR Scholarship was awarded to Salmon Agha, who was a member of the winning team at the 2018 Tom Newhouse Mediation Competition. So it's a pay it forward kind of thing to get more people involved. What are you hoping to learn?
Well, I'm just very excited because I get to sit in on a lot of the mediations.
That's kind of fun.
It is, and I can't speak about it because I signed a confidentiality.
No, I understand. I'm not asking you to details.
No, but it is a very interesting process. Also, I have been translating documents. I've been involved in preparing our Conflict Resolution Day bookmark contest. What else? There are just so many things.
So the bookmark contest is an annual event.
Yes.
And there's also a dispute resolution day where you pledge to not get into conflicts with people, right?
Right.
Which is a hard thing to do.
Yes.
But the bookmark contest is a big deal. Those
Yes,
bookmarks.
it is.
So kids from preschool all the way up send in entries for bookmarks that they do themselves. And I've seen the judging room. Oh my goodness, so many thousands of bookmarks. And the judges have to decide which are the winners by the grade level.
Yeah, we
So
had over
it's
2,000.
amazing. Yes, and then they distribute those to the libraries and other places just to remind people to get along with each other and play well in the sandbox, so to speak. And it's interesting that you learn it from the kids. You know, adults learn what they need to learn. So yeah, you did learn everything you need to know in kindergarten,
That's it.
right?
Right.
So,
Have you seen the collages of the other bookmarks?
yes,
So,
yes,
yeah.
and that's set up at the Conroe Chamber. There's a whole, I think it's still in there, is it?
I think there's one at the chamber there, right here in Conroe.
Yes.
And then there's one at the Woodlands Mall.
That's the one that got moved, I think.
Is there stuff? I thought they'd split it up. I don't know, but I saw.
But you need to go see it, yes.
But if you haven't seen it, you should.
It's
definitely
amazing.
go.
It is amazing, and it makes you really look at it through the eyes of children and what they can create. So what are you hoping to do at the end of your college career?
That is the big question. I am still not sure. I have a year to decide, so time is ticking. But I'm thinking maybe marketing. I'm still not sure yet because it's been really interesting being on this team. promoting the bookmark competition. Yeah, I don't know. Mediation is also something that's very interesting to me now. It wasn't something that I had thought about as much before coming to the Dispute Resolution Center to start working, but I really promote the process. It's a great process. It's just a very natural, calm, informative type of process where you get to decide your future, basically.
I like the word calm in there. I think that kind of says a lot, doesn't it? You know, it seems like it's a good fit for a communications major.
Yes, yes.
To learn more. And of course, you don't really have to decide. You don't even have to decide when you're out of college because things change all the time. Right, Mike?
Absolutely.
You have a game plan, and I'm not doing what I thought I was going to do. I worked 20 years in retail and 14 in nonprofit, and, you know, things evolve and it takes you to the place, but everything you're doing today will help you get to where you need to be in life. So it's all experiences that gather forward. But I do think it's very valuable, the whole communication thing, because that's what you do. That's what people do, whether it's written or speaking or anything like that. And thank you for what you're doing to volunteer your time with the Dispute Resolution Center. I know you're an asset. Of course, you have other skill sets too. Right? You're a rhyming fanatic, lyric person.
Right.
That has I have some on my computer that you've written too.
Do you really?
Yes.
Wow.
Just haven't used them yet. That I know you did. Actually, for the Dispute Resolution Center, I think you did it a year ago.
I did.
I have that.
Oh, wow.
So anytime it could just jump out.
Just come out. Yeah.
But you like to have fun with what you do as well.
Right. You have to. I don't think there's any other way to go through life. You have to enjoy it. So let's find something fun.
So do you use the skills with your kids, with your boys?
Yeah, sometimes.
And Jennifer?
You know, they're the boys have inherited my sense of humor, which is terrible for them. It's an awful situation.
It happens.
But we have fun, and I think being able to keep things light, and then as far as the training goes, I can say that I've used that in my parenting as well. So there's a lot that
it's very value
that I've
based
learned from there. It is, and there's things that come up, and you don't think they're going to be applicable, but it really helps to get along with everybody, whether it be your kid or your spouse or
business people or just
it
people
is.
you see in the community.
Right.
Absolutely. So,
I'm excited to test out my new skills with my friends.
Yes, you know, I would love to do that. I think it'd be a great asset. I just haven't figured out the time element at this point yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the fun thing is about this show is that it's also going to be repeated next Monday. So we're not having a show next Monday. So people can listen to you again and we can reshare this.
Perfect.
Anything you want to add that we haven't talked about, Mike, that you can think of?
No, I think that you should check it out. At least take the time to look into it, see if it works for you. If you have time to volunteer. I only do it now every other week. Is running my own business. And being dad.
What does every other week look like? How many hours?
4 hours every other week.
Okay.
Is what you commit to, and things can go longer, but it can also be shorter. Reagan and I were talking before the show. She saw one that was 15 minutes. They're not going to agree, and they agree they're not going to agree, so it's over. My longest one was 10 and a half hours. We did it over 2 days, if that's okay, then that's how it works out. And sometimes they go longer.
So do you sign up for times when
sign up
you're
for times.
available? Okay.
9 a.m. every other Friday is my time, and you're not obligated beyond 1 o'clock. You're 4 hours, but sometimes it pays off to stay there. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for your commitment to the Dispute Resolution Center. And we have to wind it up now. Reagan, do you want to add anything about your internship or working with them?
I just wanted to say thank you and shout out to the Dispute Resolution Center in Montgomery County and also ExxonMobil. I'm just very excited to discover new passions, workplace experience. I'm very thankful right now.
Okay. Well, thank you both for being here. And this show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic Center. So go check them out. If you have a back, then you have a need. 3033 West Davis in Conroe. I'm Margie Taylor. Have a great day.
Thanks for checking out this show on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. This show is owned and produced by Lone Star Community Radio and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. For more information about the show, to be a guest, or to sponsor, just contact the studio at 936-647-3776 to leave a message, or email us at lscrstudios@gmail.com.